Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Electrified Rider here. I had an incident recently on my Commander GT Pro electric unicycle that could have ended very badly for me and the wheel, and I feel that it's important that I put this information out there to hopefully help anybody watching this video to prevent having a similar incident, because it is absolutely a preventable situation. So I was going about my ride as I usually do, and as I entered into a turn, all of a sudden the wheel felt like it almost lost power, like it was dipping. Luckily, I was able to kind of just throw my arms up and regain control and quickly pull over to the side. But it was scary. There was obviously something seriously wrong. Once I pulled over to the side and began to check out the wheel, I noticed I had a flat tire. There was probably only a couple pounds of air left in the tube. You could literally squeeze the tire and create a gap on the edge of the rim. Luckily, I was close to home and I was able to trolley the wheel home, by which time it was completely flat. So I put some air back into it and sprayed it down with some soapy water and located the leak, which was right around the valve stem area, and it was a slower leak. And at this time, overall, I was just feeling thankful I was able to avoid a mishap. So anyway, I had some tire slime, which is a sealant, on hand, and I put some into the inner tube, pumped it up, and it held air. I then went for a quick ride around the block, and the ride wasn't feeling right. It was very bumpy and shaky, so brought it back to the house and did a free spin test to look at the wheel. And here's what I found. So I don't know how good that came through on camera, but there is a lump now in the tire, and right here we've got a pretty serious crack. This is the area where it's kind of coming out, you see. So this was the location where the tire kind of folded on itself when I was taking that turn. So now I'm going to have to replace both the tire and the tube on this wheel, so the wheel's out of commission for the meantime. And now moving forward, what I'm going to be doing is tire sliming all of my EUCs. One of the reasons why I had not put in slime in here earlier on is I thought it might perhaps throw off the balance or something like that. But after this incident occurred and I began to do some research, I found that there are a lot of you guys out there already putting slime in your tires. It's so easy to do, you know, it takes just a couple minutes. You just take a little tool to pull out the valve stem, fill it with a few pumps of slime, and put the valve stem back in. And this is what I'm talking about. You can get it in smaller tubes for a single application, or you can get a larger bulk 1 gallon container like this. And this one actually comes with a valve stem remover. This just goes over the center of your valve and you twist it right out. And then this end of the tube goes over your valve stem. And then when you're done, it works as a cap, keeping everything sealed up. And then there's a little chart here which tells you how many pumps to give it. So like a motorcycle is 8 pumps. That's going to be closest to an EUC. Shoot, I'll just go ahead and show it to you quickly, since I'm going to do that now to my Sherman S. And what you can do to get all the excess out of the tubing here, just pull this end off, get that off really good, and then just blow all that slime into the tire. Just replace that, and I'll just wipe out any excess slime and just put that little valve back in. Get this pump back up. Then you just want to rotate the wheel around, take it on a little cruise if you can. Yeah guys, no issues to report. The wheel feels great, balanced as usual. So no detrimental effect putting the slime into the tire or the inner tube. I think this also helps to make an argument on why perhaps having an inner tube inside the tire of your EUC, because this is a tubeless tire. A lot of them are coming with that now, and then you have an option to put a tubeless tire valve stem in there and go tubeless. But if the same thing were to occur and there wasn't a tube in there that was holding a little bit of air, this tire could have completely folded and the outcome would have been different. Also, when you are putting slime into a tire, because there's a tube, you're filling the tube with it. It's keeping it off your wheel and off the inside of the tire. It's all in the tube. So it makes, you know, for an easy switch out without much mess. I did order a tire and a couple spare tubes. So of course I also incurred the cost of having to make these repairs. And anyways, just to kind of showcase the effectiveness of the slime, I put that in yesterday afternoon and this thing is still holding all the air. So that stuff really works. I've been using it on my mountain bikes and such for years. You know, not only did I avoid injury in this situation, but the wheel is still in great shape. I just got to replace the tire. So if the whole thing would have gone down and I was looking at having to do a major repair on the wheel, that would have been no good. Also, I'm very lucky I wasn't too far from home when the incident occurred. Otherwise, I would have been stranded. I would have had to figure that out. So in summary, there's actually quite a few different negatives you can avoid by just simply putting the tire slime in. 1, preventing injury. Number 2, preventing damaging your wheel. Number 3, getting stranded. All for just a few dollars and a couple minutes of your time. Highly suggest doing that. Alright y'all, so help me to get this video out there by giving it a like and shooting a comment down below so that more people can be exposed to this information and take their safety into their own hands by filling their inner tubes, their tires with slime to hopefully prevent a similar situation. Alright everybody, I'm going to wrap this video up. Have yourself a great day. Be safe out there.